We played well, really well in spurts. One of the better games we put together all year. I thought defensively we were there. I thought we were focused. Some guys made plays when we needed those plays, and I thought we rebounded the ball pretty well. But as a team, I think we played really well.
Specifically, how well did Tayshaun play? I think he's played pretty well in the last couple of postseason games too, so this may just continue a little bit of that. If I remember what I see, if you give me your assessment now.
Yes, I thought Tayshaun played really well. He was kind of down on himself, turning the ball over a few times right there at the end of quarters. But I think he bounced back out of it. He started to make shot after shot, making tough shots, getting out in the open floor, you know what I mean, where he can be an athlete. He's a really good athlete. And he was making plays, layup after layup, so you got to take your hat off of him for making those plays.
Tayshaun, let me ask you two things. Why do you wear 0? Huh?
I just Coach Rob gave me the number and I took it this year.
Well, there's no significance to that at all.
No, sir.
Okay. How well did you talk about the way you played tonight? I mean, I had a bunch of points, and
I feel like I did the right thing. Like, I was there for my team. I made the right plays, but I couldn't do it without them though. So.
Y'all didn't turn them over very much in the first half. I think the difference was like 9-7 your way, but in the second half it was a lot. Y'all were a lot more successful turning them over. Was that your sense?
Yes. We wanted to dictate the tempo by playing our three-quarter court defense in the first half, which we did that. And most of the time it's not to really create turnovers. It's more to create the tempo that we want to play. So in the first half we did that, and I think we ended up taking a 10-point lead there. So even though you may not be getting turnovers or not, you're still setting the pace on how you want to play. And I thought we did a really good job of that in the first half. In the second half, we changed our defense, more of a full court defense, and we got some turnovers here and there, a couple of steals, really dictated the tempo while we kept it. And I thought that was the separation in the game.
Hey, just to ask, I don't know what you're going to say, but what was the deal at the end? I mean, explain that.
Oh no, the deal at the end was me and the coach had some words. I mean, it wasn't nothing for real. I mean, the coach just wanted to know why we're pressing, why we're up at the end of the game. But when Mount Brook was beating us by 50 in here, nobody cared. That's what you got to understand. Then if I got my 8th graders out there, we can only coach our team. The 8th graders that we have out there playing on the court, I can't tell those kids not to play defense. You want me to sit, you want us to sit back so you can score. We're not trying to let you score. That's just how it is. That's not being classless or nothing like that. It's just we're gonna play the way that we want to play, and another coach or another team is not gonna dictate that. But me and the coach, like I said, at the end of the game, the state told us to walk off, so we can go ahead and get that clear right now. The state told us to walk off, but it was nothing bad there between me and the coach. And take your hats off to Sandrock. I thought they had a really good team. Number 4, 0, and the big guy. I thought they played really well. We're just happy to be advancing.
Will all the players just address how well you played in the third quarter? Like Coach said, you changed your defense up, and then you went on like whatever the box score said, you outscored them 21-6. So what was the deal there? All three of you guys just address that. No, I think that's just the TV guys' microphone. I don't think that works. Go ahead, Jack.
You said the question again, Molly.
The way that you guys played in the third quarter that made the big separation in the game.
Yes, sir. When we were going into halftime, we felt like Coach Charles came in there and he really, that was like the main focus of halftime, was we need to play to the standard of Sacred Heart and play really intense defense. And I felt like we came out in the third quarter and we came out and we were playing like to prove something. We were playing with a lot of intensity, and I'm pretty sure it showed.
What he said?
Yeah, what he said. We just got in full court press and we just turned up the tempo. We got turnovers and
You can comment on that. That other stuff you don't have to comment on. But the game went on it.
Yes, sir.
Well, we just kind of did what Coach Rob wanted us to. He told us like we're gonna come out third quarter and press them, and we need to get turnovers, and I feel like we did it.
Okay.
Cool. Oh, good, yeah.
when they scored, it didn't seem to bother y'all. I mean, y'all just turned around and took off. Is that kind of the way you approach every game?
Yes, sir. Coach Ralph, he wants us to, coming into this game, he told us we want to get the ball out, advance it up the court, try and play quick because they're in a 1-3-1, and we didn't want to slow the game down. We wanted to get out fast, get layups, and get in our press, and that's what we do.
How important, Tajon, is it for y'all to score so that you can get the press going?
I think it's real important because we're a transition team. We're more of a run up and down the court team, so I feel like it's very important.
Ralph, you got any thoughts about playing Lafayette?
Yes, we thought that Lafayette was going to be here, and we thought it was going to be us that's going to be here. Lafayette is a really good team. We knew Lafayette at the beginning of the year, or at the end of last year. I knew who was going to be here. I didn't know if we were going to be here, but I knew Lafayette was going to be here because they returned the whole team, the entire team. They are a veteran group. Those kids been together for a while. The Boston kid, I know those kids pretty well. They play really well together, and they're on a mission. But we are too. I think we were two of the best teams out of the Northeast. I think whoever comes out of the Northeast is going to win it. I do believe that Lafayette, like I said, they're pretty good, but we're happy to have that chance at them. That's who we want to play. They're the #1 team in the state, and that's who we want to play. We're not dodging anyone. So we're just happy to be, like I said, playing in another regional championship. And hopefully, let's come out here Tuesday and throw it up. And hopefully, we can put together a string of plays and string of things here, and we come out with the win.
I know every team you play is a threat to moving forward, but is this the biggest threat to your run of consecutive Final Four appearances, having to play Lafayette to get there, as opposed to anybody else?
Nope. That's with a PE on the end. Again, we're not playing Lafayette, we're playing us. If we're gonna come out and say, oh man, they're the #1 team in the state, they return everybody, they haven't lost a game, they haven't did all that. Well, are you on their team or our team? That's what I'm saying. So you come out and play the game the way that we want to play the game, and if it's good enough to win, we'll win, and if it's not, you won't. There's no trick or anything. We're not gonna treat them any different from what we treat anyone else, and I don't expect them to treat us any different from what they treat anybody else.
Would you compare the quickness of your guards to the quickness of their guards?
Very, very quick. They are very quick. I saw that when they played against Fife. You can kind of tell that, the teams that Lafayette is playing are playing against athletes too. They're playing at a different speed than everybody else. When the teams from Fife and San Rock come off the mountain, who's probably never been off the mountain, they don't play at that speed. So you kind of saw it today. Every time they would break by their man, especially the guard from Fife, really good, 23. Every time he broke by his man and he tried to make the pass before the pass even gone, Lafayette guards already had it. So those guys are really quick. But, we're not here to talk about those guys. Let's talk about our guys. And we got some quick guys too, like Tayshawn. We got Steven Landers over here. We're just we'll just have fun with what we do, and we're happy that we're playing in the regional championship to represent our school. And hopefully Tuesday night, like I said, we put together some runs here, and hope we'll come out with the win. It'd be nice to go to another Final Four,
Will you have Aaron, or is that done?
We don't know. You see what I'm saying? We don't know.
Like
So
that?
we're playing it without.
Right.
That's what we're doing. No, we're not planning to have him. And if we do, we do. And if we don't, we don't. We're gonna play Sacred Heart, and we're gonna do the best of our ability with what we have. And like I said, and all the glory goes to God. Yes, man. Yeah, we can take that with us. Any more questions from anybody else?